The learning outcome of this module is to understand how to build healthy and mutually beneficial relationships, or to how to make people like you. Let's get started.
We're going to talk about the action steps to build healthy and mutually beneficial relationships, or said another way, how to make people like you. First is learn to impress new people. Without strong interpersonal relationships, you're not going to succeed at work. Often, even the best intentioned people are so focused on results at work that they forget to build relationships along the way. Luckily, you can start building a relationship in the first few minutes you meet somebody. The research says that in the first 4 minutes of meeting a new person, we form fairly strong and surprisingly accurate beliefs about the other person's personality and their motives. Take that opportunity to make a good impression. Start with small talk to ease in their conversation, and make sure you focus on asking questions rather than talking about yourself. Next, make sure you focus on them. In general, when you're working with somebody or you're trying to build a relationship with somebody, try to listen 75% of the time. Focus on the other person and share information about yourself only 25% of the time. People tend to like those who are genuinely interested in them. So try to ask questions to get to know others better and then listen to the response. Some easy things to ask about are things like where they grew up, about their family, what their hobbies are outside of work, and genuinely be interested. Nod, smile, let them know that you are really truly interested in who they are and what they do. Then, when appropriate, share information about yourself. The only way to establish a true connection is to show the other person what your interests and values are. And that means appropriately disclosing information about you. Just be careful that you're not, you don't move past that into monopolizing the conversation. You really want to continue to make it about them. Next, try to establish a connection. You can often reinforce and build relationships by establishing common interests and providing help to the other person. Establishing common interests is always possible. You can always make it your goal to find, at least 3 things that you have in common with somebody, such as values or hobbies, opinions, or experiences. And if you find it's not easy, turn it into a game. You can ask questions like, "Hey, what are you working on lately?" Or, "I like your shoes. Where'd you get them?" Or, "Where are you originally from?" Or, "Are you watching any good TV shows lately?" Another way, as I mentioned earlier, to view relations is an opportunity to give. If there's any way you can provide assistance to somebody, do it. For example, send them an article or on a topic you discussed, or offer to help them with a project. When working with a team, everything that we just spoke about applies. Not only giving help, but also establish common interests. No matter how long you've known your colleagues, make sure that you continue to build and grow those relationships. Next, build cohesion. Create opportunities to build a team identity, because this helps to bring team members closer together. If you're a team leader or a team member, you can influence team cohesion and morale. Your goal should always be to turn me into we. You can find what psychologists call a superordinate goal, or something that you all want to accomplish. You're going to do this by asking everybody, what's the one thing that all of us are passionate about? Or what can we agree on that we want to accomplish as a team? Some other ideas, would be to, create a team name or a slogan or a logo, just like, a baseball team or a sports team. They have a shared, identity and a shared belief about what they're trying to accomplish. Finally, prioritize your peers. Peer relationships are among the most difficult to build in a work environment, because peers are the people you aren't really formally rewarded for collaborating with, and sometimes they're the people who you compete with for resources or promotion or recognition. But if you have poor peer relationships, it can really sink you. You should approach your peers as people first, and don't let everyday issues get in the way of your peer relationships. Pretend you just met them at a mutual friend's party, and then ask them questions to learn more about them. Genuinely try to understand their point of view. If, someone you're working with who's a peer says something that feels competitive or offensive, temper your reaction. Think about how your behavior might look to your peer and make sure that you're always respectful, polite, and non-confrontational. Finally, never ever speak negatively to others about a peer, because it's going to come back to haunt you in some way. Instead, if you need to, when appropriate, respectfully but directly confront your peer in private to discuss any frustrations you're experiencing.
We hope that you found this module on building relationships useful. Remember, there's a complete transcript of this video below, and there are downloadable takeaways that you can use offline. Also, leave us a comment about how you're better at building relationships today, or leave us a comment about how we can make this section better. Thanks.